Combat. It's the heartbeat of any action game. It's the pulse that drives the rhythm of gameplay, the engine that makes you feel like a true hero or villain. And when you combine the raw power of martial arts with the slick edge of punk aesthetics, you get something that could shake up the gaming world. But the big question is, can Phantom Blade Zero revolutionize combat as we know it? Can this game reshape how we engage with action RPGs, and perhaps even push the boundaries of what we expect from game combat mechanics? Today, we're going to break it all down. So without further ado, let's dive into what makes Phantom Blade Zero stand out and whether it has the potential to redefine combat in the genre. The premise of Phantom Blade Zero. Before we jump into the heart-pounding combat, let's first set the stage for this game. Phantom Blade Zero is an upcoming action RPG developed by the independent Chinese studio S-Game. The game is set in the Phantom Blade world, a dark and twisted universe inspired by wuxia, an umbrella term for Chinese martial arts fantasy. But this isn't your typical Eastern fantasy. There's a significant twist. It blends these Asian martial traditions with a cyberpunk aesthetic, coining a style the developers call Kungfupunk. Players step into the shoes of Soul, an elite assassin working for a mysterious organization known as the Order. Soul's life takes a dark turn after he's framed for the murder of the Order's patriarch. Seriously wounded, Soul is given a temporary cure by a mystic healer, but it only lasts for 66 days, and that's the time he has left to uncover the truth behind the assassination. The game is equal parts revenge story and thriller, and it sets the stage for some intense combat sequences. What makes Phantom Blade Zero's combat special? Now, what's so special about this combat system? How does it stand out from the action-packed games we know and love, like Sekiro, Devil May Cry, or even God of War? Well, let's take a deep dive into the mechanics and design philosophy behind Phantom Blade Zero's combat system. Number 1. Fast-paced combat. Right off the bat, Phantom Blade Zero offers a lightning-fast combat, and it doesn't hold back. The game system is dynamic, flowing and aggressive. Every battle is a test of your reflexes and quick thinking. You don't just spam attacks, you need to master timing, spacing and precision to succeed. The speed of the combat feels almost like a rhythm game. Every strike and parry is tied to a beat, with fluid transitions between attacks. Number 2. Two-button combo system. Now you may be thinking, how complex is this combat system? The beauty of Phantom Blade Zero is that it doesn't require memorizing dozens of complicated button combos. Instead, the game relies on a two-button combo system. With just two basic attack buttons, one for light attacks and one for heavy attacks, you're able to string together choreographed combos that feel like they belong in a martial arts film. But don't mistake simplicity for the lack of depth. This system is designed to allow fluid transitions between attacks, letting you chain moves together into beautiful sequences. It's the kind of combat where each move has weight, where precision matters more than sheer power. And at number 3 we have martial arts meet punk aesthetics. What really sets this game apart from other action games is the infusion of traditional martial arts with a punk-inspired setting. The game world feels like a living, breathing martial arts film, with every encounter feeling like a duel between ancient tradition and modern rebellion. The character designs and environments are gritty and raw, channeling that cyberpunk aesthetic in everything from Soul's moves to the world around him. Comparison to other games. Now, let's take a moment to compare Phantom Blade Zero to some of the titans of the action game world. Is it truly groundbreaking, or is it just another Sekiro-inspired title with some flashy visuals? Let's break it down. One obvious comparison is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Sekiro is known for its precision combat. Everything from timing your blocks to executing counters requires skill and concentration. Phantom Blade Zero shares this precision-focused combat, but cranks up the speed. While Sekiro is more about calculated, slower encounters, Phantom Blade Zero feels more dynamic. It keeps you on your toes, requiring quick reflexes and constant movement. You'll find yourself dodging and weaving around enemies in fast-paced combat rather than waiting for the perfect counterattack. Now let's compare it to Devil May Cry, a game that's more about flashy combos and over-the-top action. Phantom Blade Zero leans into martial discipline rather than unrestrained flair. Just their style, every fight looks like a choreographed kung fu scene, but the emphasis is still on technique. You're not spamming special moves just to look cool. Every attack is deliberate and every battle has a sense of purpose. The combat systems appeal. Now let's talk about whether Phantom Blade Zero has what it takes to revolutionize combat in action games. Can it truly change the landscape of the genre? Or is it just another game in a crowded market of action titles? Let's break it down. Number 1 in fusion style. The Kungfupunk genre fusion is a game changer. Traditional martial arts full of honor, discipline, and deadly grace, combined with punk rebellion and gritty dystopian setting, this isn't something you see every day. It's a fresh spin on the martial arts genre that brings a unique visual flair to combat. You're not just fighting, you're telling a story with every strike. Number 2, accessible yet deep mechanics. One of the key moments here is the balance. You don't need to be a combat veteran to pick up Phantom Blade Zero and enjoy it. The 2-button combat system makes it accessible to newcomers, but its depth comes from how you build and chain attacks, how you time your dodges and counters. It's not about memorizing long combos, it's about feeling the rhythm of combat and getting better the more you play. And at number 3 we have cinematic combat. Where the game really shines is in how cinematic it feels. Combat isn't just about fighting, it's about creating a spectacle. Every encounter feels like a scene from an epic martial arts film, where the choreography is just as important as the damage you deal. It's not just about pushing buttons, it's about performing. Challenges and the future of combat in action games. Of course, not every revolution is without its bumps. While Phantom Blade Zero has some serious innovative elements, it also has challenges to overcome. For one, will the combat remain exciting throughout the entire game? The repetition that comes with many action RPGs, especially in open world environment, could be a challenge. Will the fast-paced combat hold up against large-scale diverse environments, or will it get repetitive? Another concern is the potential difficulty. While it promises an accessible combat system, there's a fine line between accessibility and lack of challenge. Will it be too easy for players looking for the depth of games like Sekiro, or will it find a middle ground? So, will Phantom Blade Zero revolutionize combat in action games? I think it has all the potential to do so. The innovative fusion of martial arts and punk aesthetics, the accessible yet deep combat mechanics, and the cinematic action sequences makes this one of the most exciting titles in development. But like all revolutions, only time will tell if it can keep up the momentum throughout the entire game. For now though, it's definitely one to keep your eyes on. But what are your thoughts on this? Will it revolutionize the combat, or will it be another action game? Share your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and hit that gaming icon for more in-depth analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, stay silver.